Picture this. You're stepping into a bar, a coffee shop, maybe a friend's backyard barbecue. Heads turn, eyes linger. Conversations shift just a touch when you walk in. But you don't see it. You've spent years telling yourself you're just average, maybe even less. Women aren't throwing themselves at you like some Hollywood heartthrob, so you figure you're invisible. But what if you're dead wrong? What if the signals of your attractiveness are screaming at you and you're too busy doubting yourself to hear them? Pause. Let that sink in. Today, we're tearing down that lie. We're diving into the raw psychological truth about how women see you, how men measure you, and why you're selling yourself short. This isn't fluffy advice. It's a wake-up call for every man who's ever felt overlooked, underestimated, or stuck in his own head. Let's get into it. Here's why you're far more attractive than you realize and how missing it is holding you back. The silent pain of feeling invisible hits hard. You know that weight. You carry it every day. You're walking through life wondering why you're not getting the respect, the attention, the looks you see other guys pulling in. Maybe you're at the gym busting your ass, but no one seems to notice. Maybe you're killing it at work, but the women in the office don't bat an eye. You see some loudmouth with half your game getting all the shine, and it stings. Deep down, you're hungry for more, not just from women, but from life. You want to feel like you matter, like you're the guy who commands a room, not the one fading into the background. But here's the real talk: you're not invisible. You're just blind to the signals. You're measuring your worth by a broken yardstick, chasing a Hollywood fantasy where women swoon and spell out their interest in neon lights. That's not how it works. Let's unpack the truth behind that pain and why you're missing the real story. Attraction isn't a movie scene, it's a chess game. Women don't operate like men. When a guy's into someone, he's direct. He walks up, asks for a number, lays it on the line. So you expect women to do the same. But female attraction? It's subtle, strategic. Rooted in psychology, most men never bother to decode. Women are wired to assess you in seconds, your posture, your vibe, the way you carry yourself. Before she even knows it, her brain's clocked your value, your confidence, your presence, how you don't beg for attention. Psychologists call this preconscious attraction. Her mind's already decided you're high value before she's even processed it consciously. But because she's not shouting it from the rooftops, you miss it. And here's the brutal part. The most attractive men often underestimate themselves the most. Why? Because you're comparing yourself to unattainable ideals, movie stars, influencers, or that one guy at the bar who seems to have it all. Meanwhile, less attractive guys overestimate themselves because they've got lower standards. You're stuck in the middle, selling yourself short when women are already noticing you way more than you think. Pause. Let that hit you. Let's paint a real story to make this stick. You're at a buddy's house party, cold beer in hand, just vibing. You're not trying to be the center of attention, just being you, cracking a joke, telling a story, holding your own. You don't notice, but a woman across the room keeps glancing your way. Not staring, just quick, deliberate looks like she's sizing you up. She laughs a little louder when you speak. Maybe brushes past you to grab a drink she didn't really need. Later, she's suddenly part of your conversation, asking you something random about the music or the game on TV. Meanwhile, some guy you barely know pulls you aside, asks your take on something trivial, like he's trying to figure you out. Another dude, less secure, starts peacocking, cutting into your story, trying to one-up you with some loud, over-the-top tale. You shrug it off. But those aren't random moments. She's orbiting you, testing the waters. He's competing, feeling the heat of your presence. The room's energy shifts when you talk, and you're the only one not seeing it. This isn't a one-off. These moments happen everywhere. Coffee shops, the office, the gym. Women are reading you constantly, picking up on signals you don't even know you're sending. That extended eye contact that feels a split second too long. That's not politeness. It's interest. The way she positions herself just close enough to hear you better, that's not a coincidence. When she mirrors your energy, matching your laugh, your pace, your vibe, it's her brain unconsciously saying, "I'm into this guy." And it's not just women. Men feel it too. The guy who suddenly wants your approval, he's clocking your status. The one who's trying to outshine you, he's threatened. These are the subtle psychological cues most men miss because they're looking for something louder, flashier, straight out of a rom-com. But real attraction doesn't work like that. It's quiet, calculated, and if you don't know what to look for, you'll walk right past it. If you keep missing these signals, the consequences are real and they cut deep. You'll stay trapped in that cycle of self-doubt, assuming you're not enough, settling for less than you're worth. You'll let opportunities slip, romantic, social, even professional, because you don't see your own pull. You'll watch guys with less to offer outshine you, not because they're better, but because they act like they are. That loudmouth at the bar. He's not more attractive. He's just louder. And every time you let that doubt win, it chips away at you. The respect you're craving, the freedom to feel like a man who owns his space, it slips further away. You'll find yourself stuck wondering why you're not getting the life you want, when the truth is, you've been enough all along. You're just not seeing it. Here's where the wake-up call hits you. Need to start seeing the signs for what they are. This is about recognizing your value and owning it. Let's break it down with some real actionable ways to flip the script and step into the man you already are. Start paying attention to the patterns. That's the first step, and it's a game changer. Those glances that linger a beat too long. They're not random. The woman who finds an excuse to stand near you at a party, or the one who laughs just a little too hard at your bad joke. That's not her being nice. It's her brain signaling interest, testing the waters without risking rejection. Same goes for men. The guy who asks for your opinion out of nowhere, or the one who gets competitive when you're around, he's not just making small talk. He's reacting to your presence, your status. Start keeping a mental log of these moments. Over a week, a month, you'll see patterns emerge, women orbiting you, men sizing you up, conversations shifting when you speak. It's not coincidence. It's evidence you've been ignoring. Pause. Think about the last time you caught someone's eye. Was it really nothing? Stop comparing yourself to fantasies. That's the next piece of this. You're falling into a trap. Most attractive men stumble over. You're measuring yourself against the wrong standard. You're not Chris Hemsworth, and you don't need to be. The average guy isn't a movie star or an Instagram model. He's just a dude, flaws and all. You're already ahead of the pack, but you're holding yourself to an impossible bar. A study from 2018 in evolutionary psychology showed that most men overestimate their attractiveness when they're average, but high-value men like you underestimate themselves because you aim higher. Flip that. Compare yourself to the real world, not a curated feed. Next time you're out, look around. Notice how most guys carry themselves slouched, unsure, chasing approval. Then look at yourself. You're put together, confident, holding your own. You're not average. You're the guy women are noticing, even if you're not noticing them back. Own your space like you mean it. Confidence isn't just a buzzword. It's the multiplier that makes your attractiveness undeniable. Women notice how you move, how you speak, how you take up space. That same 2018 study found that women prioritize confidence over physical looks when assessing long-term partners. It's not about being the tallest or the best looking, it's about acting like you belong. Stand tall, shoulders back, move with purpose, speak with conviction, even if you're just talking about the weather. Hold eye contact a second longer than feels comfortable. You don't need to be loud or flashy, just own your space like it's yours. When you do, you'll see the signals amplify. Women linger longer, men defer to you more. The room starts to bend to your energy. Pause. Imagine walking into a room and owning it. How would that feel? Test the waters and see what happens. Don't just take my word for it, experiment. Next time you're at a social event, switch up your vibe. Be a little bolder. Lead the conversation instead of following. Hold eye contact with a woman across the room and see if she holds it back. Make a suggestion where to go, what to do, and watch how the group responds. You'll be shocked how often people follow your lead. Try varying your energy one night. Be the laid-back guy. Another, be the one driving the vibe. Notice how women react. Do they orbit closer when you're assertive? Do men compete harder when you're commanding? These experiments will show you your pull in real time. You're not just a bystander. You're shaping the room whether you realize it or not. Build on your pull to become unstoppable. Here's the secret sauce attractiveness compounds. The more you recognize your value, the more confident you become. That confidence draws more attention, which boosts your confidence further. It's a feedback loop that can make you unstoppable, but you have to start it. A 2020 study in social psychological and personality science showed that confident men are perceived as more attractive, not just by women, but by everyone. Your presence creates a halo effect. People assume you're smarter, more competent, more worth listening to. That's why conversations pause when you speak, why women orbit you, why men either respect you or try to outshine you. Lean into it. Dress sharper. Refine your conversation skills. Keep your body strong. Every step you take to own your value makes the signals louder, the opportunities bigger. Recognize the environments that amplify you. Not every setting shows your attractiveness the same way. In professional environments like meetings or conferences, your appeal gets a boost from your competence. Women notice when you speak with authority, when colleagues defer to you, when you handle pressure like it's nothing. In social settings, parties, bars, casual hangouts, the signals are more playful. Extended eye contact, teasing women, finding excuses to touch your arm. At the gym or in sports, your physicality takes center stage. Women notice your strength, your discipline. Pay attention to where you get the most signals. If you're killing it in the boardroom but feel invisible at the club, lean into the environments that showcase your strengths. You don't need to be the loudest guy in every room, just the one who knows his worth. Understand why men compete with you. Let's talk about the other side, how men react to you. High-value guys will respect you. They'll listen when you talk, include you in their circle, treat you like a peer. That's not random. They see your status and want to align with it. But insecure guys, they'll try to outshine you. You'll notice them cutting into your stories, trying to one-up you, or even throwing subtle shade to bring you down. That's not hate, it's a compliment. They're threatened because you're a force. A 2017 study in Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that men often escalate competition around high-status peers to assert dominance. If you're getting that reaction, it's because you're already commanding the room. Don't shrink from it, lean in. Let their insecurity be your proof. Embrace the long game of attractiveness. Here's a truth most guys miss. Attractiveness isn't static. It grows with you. Men in their 30s, 40s, and beyond often become more attractive as they build confidence, stability, and life experience. Younger women might chase looks and flash, but mature women value the gravitas you bring, the way you handle conflict, the stories you tell, the calm you radiate. Financial stability, career success, emotional depth. These add layers to your appeal that younger guys can't touch. A 2019 study in Journal of Personality showed that women increasingly prioritize emotional stability and resourcefulness in men as they age. Keep growing, stay fit, sharpen your mind, build your network. Your attractiveness isn't fading, it's compounding, and the signals will only get stronger. Avoid the trap of baseline adjustment. One last thing before we wrap this up. Don't let your attractiveness feel normal. Psychologists call it baseline adjustment, when you get so used to positive attention that you stop noticing it. You might think it's normal for women to laugh at your jokes, for men to ask your opinion, for heads to turn when you walk in. It's not. Most guys don't get that. You're already in the top tier, but because it's your everyday, you're blind to it. Start tracking those moments deliberately. Write them down if you have to. When you see the patterns, women orbiting men, competing groups deferring, you'll realize you're not just okay. You're a damn force. Pause. When was the last time someone's energy shifted around you? You're more powerful than you think. Step into your power. This is the wake-up call. You're already commanding attention. You're already turning heads. The problem isn't your value, it's your vision. You've been looking for the wrong signals, chasing a fantasy version of attraction that doesn't exist. Real attraction is in the glances, the orbits, the subtle shifts in energy when you're around. It's in the way women position themselves near you, the way men react to your presence, the way the room changes when you speak. Stop doubting it. Start owning it. Here's your playbook notice. The patterns: ditch the fantasy comparisons, own your space test, and tweak your vibe, and keep growing. This isn't about ego or chasing validation. It's about seeing the truth about yourself and stepping into it. You're not invisible. You're a man who commands respect, attention, and opportunity. The room's already reacting to you. The question is, are you ready to react back? If this hits you where it counts, smash that like button and subscribe for more raw truths about what it means to be a man in today's world. Share this with a brother who's been sleeping on his own worth. Let's wake him up. Drop a comment below and tell me what's one signal you've noticed that you might have missed before. Let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, start seeing the signs and step into the man you already are.